Hello and welcome to this week's episodes of The Calling. Follow your spirit all the way in. I'm your host, Homaya. Join me in this journey of self-awareness, soul frequencies, and spiritual revelations. Let's fly. Blessings and welcome to Season 3, Episode 3 of the Calling podcast, inspired by one of my most beautiful, important masterclasses, The Healer. In today's conversation, we're speaking about singularity. When I use this word, I'm pointing to something very simple and very profound, your unique expression of the divine. The part of you that cannot be copied, cannot be replaced, cannot be reduced to a role or a title or a personality. This is an invitation for you to embrace your unique touch as a healer beyond any technique you would ever use, and to tune to the part that is most sacred in your healing work, supporting your client to live with an awakened singularity. So welcome, take a deep breath, let yourself be here, bring your energy, bring your heart forth a little bit more than your mind. And as you listen, ask yourself from within gently, what in me is ready to be illuminated? Let's begin. You have heard me using this word, and I would use this word again and again and again and again. I find that this is such an important word. There are a lot of people that will name God as singularity. There will be a lot of people that are coming more from science that will name God, or the first explosion, the core of creation, as singularity. When I say singularity, what I relate to is my one and only aspect of God. I find that the biggest medicine, the biggest healing that we can offer is to plug people to the socket, to connect hearts with spirit. This is what we should do as healers. We clear the stories so God will show up in the emptiness of all. So divinity will have space to exist. And what we have to do is to connect one to the socket. And for so many years, I was so focused and so in tune with this connection to the socket. I feel that this is like the most important thing. But as I evolved deeper in my own vision of liberating from the story, of knowing that healing is actually being, that the original cause is God Himself, itself, God as it is. And my entire vision about healing completely changed. Then I realized that it's not only about connecting to the socket. What is happening when I connect people to the socket? What is happening when you connect people to the socket is that their singularity starts to be illuminated. Their unique expression of the divine, their unique God presence, their unique God gift. If God is a singular experience, then everything in this world is a singular experience, and therefore each and every one of us is a singular experience. So while we're saying goodbye to stories and storytelling and everything that we think that we might be or we should be, we're also saying hello and welcome to our unique signature, to our singularity, to us, ourselves, as a phenomena. And that requires different level of awareness, different way of moving. But I couldn't go back to healing again. I stopped healing after I have seen so many amazing healers that are able to do amazing things. And I kept on feeling that, oh, there's not enough breakthrough. We're not leading. We're not showing up. We're still hiding. I felt like I should stop. And I stopped. I stopped teaching healing. I kept offering it. I kept working with it. I channeled amazing, powerful things, but I stopped offering healing as initiations. But now that I had the context, I felt I'm ripe. And it's not just healing for fixing. It's not just healing for moving someone from one comfort zone to another comfort zone. It's healing for the sake of truth. It's healing for the glory of God. It's healing for the freedom to be who you are and what you are, chosen. And please breathe. I want to share with you something that came up in one of my clients, a private client. We had a meeting about showing up in your light, in your highest light. And what came up is that if we perceive ourselves as the child of God, if we perceive ourselves as an extension of the divine, if we perceive ourselves as being made in His image, and we can glorify God, wouldn't it be a sin to not glorify ourselves? It might be a sin if we glorify our ego. It might be a sin, really a big misconception, if we glorify our stories. And unfortunately, this love parade and this addiction to problems is actually glorifying stories, glorifying complexities, glorifying addictions, glorifying limitation, glorifying problems, glorifying war, and keeping us all in a panic. If I am an extension of the divine, if I am made in His image, in the image of God, and I feel that as truth within me, Even if I'm not reading the Bible, even when I'm not connected to the context of the Bible, and I feel this presence of God within me, wouldn't be a sin to cover that? Or maybe my work is to let that light shine. And please take a deep breath. As I'm expanding my perception, I am creating space for life force. Who is life force? Who is the original cause? We already know. What is the life force? What is healing? What is energetically healing? I am here to activate your life force. Well, what is this life force? What is life force? Could it be anything else but God? Anything else? Can anything else be life force? What gives you life? What gives you the ability to breathe? What moves my hand? What gives me ideas? What gave me words? What created the mind? My work as a healer is to connect you to source, to activate your singularity. And that is an expression of activating your life force. I'm not fixing, I'm not erasing, I'm not cutting and gluing. I'm giving you inspiration. I am showing you energetically what is possible. I am allowing you to feel how mighty and infinite you are. Then your life force will rise up, and that will heal the distortion. Your life force will be stronger. The presence of God inside of you will be stronger. And I'm using so much the word God, but you name it as the way you want to name it. If you have issues with biblical terms, Holy Spirit. If you might have issues also with that, divine, universal presence. But there is something which is way beyond everything, and it is everything itself. How do I activate my life force? How do I activate your life force? By the presence that I have, by the capacity that I have in my aura, by the potency that I hold in my aura, by the truth that I hold in my aura. From aura to aura, from my presence to your presence, this is how I create an impact. This is how it is activated. Because it's a field of resonance that we are all part of. I'll tell you something, and I feel that this is really important. There is more. There is more expansion, more potency, more power, more freedom available. And if you ask yourself, and I know that some of you ask yourself, can I do that? Is it possible? Is it possible for me? Do I have the capacity? The answer is yes, you made it yourself. All that you do is undoing the limitations and the distortions. So, I invite you to share, and I really call you, I really invite you to be very, very bold around it. Very bold around it. What is my singularity? And what is my singularity as a healer? And if you ask yourself, I don't know, what is my singularity? You might go to your head to try and see what you know and what you don't know. But in your inner dialogue inside of your heart, you know exactly. You say that to yourself. Those are the places where you feel content. Those are the places where you feel satisfied. Those are your places where you are in harmony with the world. You don't know it because you are it. As we close episode 3, I invite you to stay with this question. What is my singularity? Ask yourself. And how do I bring it forth? Allow this question to vibrate in your system. Don't search for any mental answer. Let that reveal itself. It's not what you do. It's not what you have learned. It's not what you can explain. It is something inside of you. It is an expression of God within you. Become aware. With it, I also would like to remind you there's always a next level. Expansion, growth, evolution, huge, profound transformation is not one-time event. It's a constant movement. There will be always a new edge, a stretch, a place that invites you into more of who you are, more of what there is, more as one. Take a deep breath as we're preparing for our next episode, the next conversation. We stretch even more. We're going to speak about what it means to be a healer and what it means to lead as a healer, a next level presence. Inviting you to a beautiful integration, and I'll meet you next episode. Thank you. Thank you for listening and being part of this great conversation. You will find all the relevant links in the show notes, as well as a link to a meditation for you to feel more connected to your spirit and aligned with your soul contract. Please, if this episode touched you, leave a review, like, and subscribe. Feel comfortable to share it with your friends, family, and colleagues, because everyone has a calling.